What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the NorCal Sports Report, and today we'll be going over our Week 4 picks. I know Thursday Night Football already happened, but we're gonna better late than never, I guess. So yeah, we're gonna go over our picks for tomorrow's game, Sunday, and also Monday Night Football. So let's get into it. So obviously, Thursday Night Football, the Lions absolutely destroyed the Green Bay Packers. That was a very impressive win for Detroit. And Packers look good with Jordan Love, but that was not their game. Detroit absolutely owned them on both sides of the ball. So now let's get to the Sunday game. So first game on Sunday is in London. It's the London game. Jaguars at their second home, and they'll face the Falcons. Man, Jacksonville, what is going on with them right now? They do not look good at all. They have an offense that is struggling. They're giving up a ton of yards in the air. Atlanta, I like them this year. They came up with a loss against Detroit. Jacksonville's so inconsistent. I don't know what team we're going to see in Jacksonville this week. In London, I know London's their second home. Give me Atlanta. I think Jacksonville's struggles are going to continue. This team does not look good at all right now, and I'm really high on Atlanta with B. John, Ritter, and Kyle Pitts had a nice game last week. Sorry if you hear my dog barking. He's barking at air, by the way. So sorry if you hear my dog barking. Probably can. All right, next game on Sunday is Miami Dolphins versus Buffalo Bills. This game is maybe the game of the week. I think it is the game of the week. Dolphins coming off a win against the Denver Broncos where they scored 70 points. And keep in mind, that was without Jalen Waddle. 70 points against the Broncos. Man. And Buffalo came off a pretty good win, too. They destroyed the Commanders. Their defense was absolutely balling out that game. And this is going to be one hell of a game. AFC East battle in Buffalo. I honestly think this is a pick'em. This is a coin flip of who wins this game. Just because they're at home, I'm going to take Buffalo. I think their defense is going to slow down the Miami offense a bit, but this is going to be maybe one of the games of the year. This is going to be a great game. I don't feel confident in my Buffalo pick, but I don't think I'd feel confident either way. This is a pick'em game. This is going to be a very good game. I'm going to take Buffalo, beating Miami tomorrow. Next game, we got the Baltimore Ravens against the Cleveland Browns. Baltimore is injured to hell and back. They are so injured. Gus Edwards, J.K. Dobbins, their defense is hurt. I don't know what they did. They may have sold their souls for that Super Bowl. But it's just, gods do not like Baltimore anymore. They're coming off a loss against Indianapolis where the Colts didn't even have Anthony Richardson. They lost to Gardner Minshew, who pulled a Dan Orlovsky. Baltimore is so injured right now, and they're at Cleveland, and Cleveland has a very good defense. I'm going to take Cleveland. I like Cleveland this year. I know their offense has not been that good at all, but that defense is something, man. I'm really impressed with this Browns team this year. So Deshaun Watson can get it going, get back to his old self. This Browns team can be contenders to win the AFC North, especially with how bad Cincy's doing. I'm going to take Cleveland to win this game because Baltimore is so injured. Next game here, we got the Rams at Indianapolis against the Colts. Anthony Richardson, I believe, is supposed to play this game. Don't quote me on that, but I believe Anthony Richardson is supposed to play against the Rams. The Rams coming off a loss to the Bengals where their offense just didn't have anything going. I still like the Rams a bit this year with Nakua, Tutu Atwell. And I'm going to take the Rams off, actually, over the Colts this game. I think Stafford and the Rams are going to have a bounce-back game. I think Nakua is going to go off. This is going to be a close game, I think, especially with Richardson back. But I'm going to take the Rams, edging it out just by a little bit over the Colts. Next game, we got a battle of 0-3 teams. One 0-3 team, very surprising. Another 0-3 team, maybe not that surprising. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers at Carolina. Bryce Young is not supposed to play. Andy Dalton did look good last week, though, against Seattle, but Seattle's defense is not the greatest. In Minnesota, oh my God, they are terrible. They're fumbling everything. They cannot. They are just a mess right now, Minnesota. And this is. Carolina's not a good team, but their offense last week against Seattle, that was pretty impressive. I'm going to take Carolina. I really don't like Minnesota right now. They are a mess. I'm going to take Carolina. Minnesota's going to go to 0-4, and there's going to be a lot of questions coming out of that. Minneapolis, maybe about Kevin O'Connell, but this game, I think the Vikings are going to lose, and this could be a backbreaker, like maybe a season ender for the Vikings, because they are a mess. Next up, we got an AFC South versus AFC North battle between the Steelers and the Texans at Houston. There's going to be a ton of Steelers fans there. And Steelers are on a 2-game win streak. Their defense was why they won the game in Cleveland, and then Jimmy G was why they won the game in Vegas. But still, they're on a 2-game winning streak. Houston, C.J. Stroud has looked pretty good. They're coming off a win at Jacksonville, which I guess is impressive. But C.J. Stroud looks very good. Their defense, though, does not look good. Steelers don't have the best offense, but the Steelers are just a better all-around team than Houston. I think the defense is going to get to C.J. Stroud a ton. I don't think Stroud's going to have as good as a game as he did last week. And I'm going to take Pittsburgh to beat the Texans by 2 scores. This is a tank bowl, as your nature would say. We got a tank bowl here in week 4 between the Denver Broncos and the Chicago Bears. What can you say about both these teams? The Chicago Bears, Justin Fields, Jesus Christ, he is awful. He is so indecisive. He holds the ball for too long. Sure, he doesn't have any help on that team. His offensive line is trying to kill him. But this Bears team, they are poorly coached. They have a horrible quarterback, horrible offensive line. This Bears team is a mess. And now let's talk about these Denver Broncos. They gave up 70 points to the Miami Dolphins without Jalen Waddle. Keep that in mind. Sean Payton, he was a good coach in New Orleans, but he is not looking good in Denver. This game is a battle of two. I'm going to take Denver just because I think they have more talent than Chicago. But this game, this is a tank bowl. This is a tank bowl. Next 1 o'clock game, we got the Commanders against the Eagles. Commanders had a 2-0 start to the season, but then they fell back to earth. Last week, they got absolutely destroyed by Buffalo. Sam Howell, they got 4 turnovers or something like that. And the Eagles are 3-0. They're coming off winning against the Bucs. I'm going to take the Eagles. The Eagles are just a better team than the Commanders. I know the Commanders beat them last year. I honestly would not be shocked if the Commanders win this game too, because the Eagles haven't looked absolutely dominant, I guess I'd say. But I don't think Washington's going to recover from last week. I think Eagles are going to win. Washington's going to lose their second in a row. The last 1 o'clock game is another interesting one. It's the 1-2 Bengals, who are coming off a win against the Rams, against the Titans. Titans, if you watch the channel, I do not like the Titans at all. I don't think they're good. But Cincinnati also does not look good at all. I think and I hope, because he's my fantasy quarterback, Joe Burrow bounces back and goes off this game. I think that is what's actually going to happen. I think the Bengals are going to win this game. But if Cincinnati loses this game to Tennessee and Burrow has another bad game, there could also, kind of like Minnesota, be a ton of questions arising there. They should have fired Zach Taylor a while ago. I don't think Zach Taylor's a good head coach. But, yeah, Cincinnati, I think they're going to win this game. But if they lose, look out. Next up here, we got the Patriots against the Cowboys. The Cowboys just lost to the Arizona Cardinals. See, that's how their last week went. And the Patriots just beat up on their Suns for the 15th time in a row. They beat the Jets. The Jets have Zach Wilson. That's the main reason they won. Their offense, Mac Jones sucks. Their offense is looked not impressive at all in New England. I think Dallas going to bounce back at home and win. They'll go to 3-1. I think their defense is going to destroy New England, and their offense is going to put up 30. I think it's going to be a blowout win for the Cowboys. Next up here, we got the Buccaneers against the Saints. And the Buccaneers are surprising. They were 2-0. They just lost to Philly, so they're 2-1. But they've been a surprising story so far. I thought this team was going to be one of the worst teams in football, but I've been very wrong. Baker Mayfield has looked pretty good, honestly. Mike Evans is still a really good receiver. Chris Godwin. This Bucs team really isn't that bad. I think they're, honestly, right now, I think they're better than New Orleans. And that's why I'm going to pick Tampa to win this game. I think Tampa's going to beat New Orleans. And with what I've seen, I'm not going to really put in on quotes yet, but I think Tampa's going to win the AFC South. They look really good. Baker Mayfield. Next game we got here is the Raiders against the Chargers. This will be a Raiders home game. Josh McDaniels. This is a battle of two head coaches who absolutely suck. Josh McDaniels and Brandon Staley. But Chargers have more talent. The Raiders have Jimmy G as their quarterback. Jimmy G looked horrible against Pittsburgh. Chargers are just coming off a win against the Vikings. Sure, it was ugly, but it was still a win. Could shift momentum this season. I'm going to take LA. Be Vegas in the battle of two head coaches that should be fired. Next game here, we got my San Francisco 49ers hosting the Arizona Cardinals. Look out for Arizona. I really hope the Niners do not take them lightly. Arizona coming off a win, obviously, against Dallas last week, but in every single game Arizona has played, with Washington, the Giants, and the Cowboys, they've been up, I think, going into the fourth quarter. So they're really close in the games. This is not, Niners are going to win this game, I think. I'm not going to say Arizona's going to win this game. But this is going to be a close game. I'm not doubting Arizona at all. Neither should anybody or the Niners. This Arizona team could be sneaky. I mean, Josh Dobbs has looked very good, and the Niners struggle against running quarterbacks. Cardinals use a lot of zone reads for Josh Dobbs. He's done it very well so far this year. So I'm going to take the Niners, but this is going to be a closer game than people expect. This is going to be a close game, I'm telling you. Next up, we got Sunday Night Football between the Chiefs and the Jets. The Chiefs. Jets suck. Zach Wilson is not an NFL quarterback. He has to be released, and yeah, Jets are not doing anything this year without Rodgers. Chiefs are going to win this game by 30. Monday Night Football between two teams who I'm not high on at all this year, but it's just one of them has to win this week. Got the Seahawks and the New York Giants. First of all, let me get this. No, I can't. But it just got away from me. Okay, anyway, so we got Monday Night Football between the Seahawks and the Giants. I'm not high on the Seahawks at all. I said that in the beginning of the season. I don't think Geno Smith is that good. But I'm also not high on the Giants, especially after their start to this year. They look like a mess. So I'm going to take Seattle win this game. They're going to get to 3-1. I'm still not that high on Seattle. And New York is going to be 1-3. I'm going to take Seattle just edging it out. This is going to be a close game, I think. This will be a close game. Giants back home looking to rebound from the last home game where they lost 40-0 against the Cowboys. I think they're going to at least put up a fight this time against Seattle. So those are my picks for this week. I'll just go over them real quick. I have the Falcons over the Jaguars, the Bills over the Dolphins, the Browns over the Ravens, the Rams over the Colts, the Panthers over the Vikings, the Steelers over the Texans, the Broncos over the Bears, the Eagles over the Commanders, the Bengals over the Titans, the Cowboys over the Patriots, the Buccaneers over the Saints, the Chargers over the Raiders, the Niners over the Cardinals, the Chiefs over the Jets, and the Seahawks over the New York Giants. So, feel free to put down your picks in the comments down below. I'm going to head out here. Next live stream, there will not be a live stream today, but there will be a live stream tomorrow after the 49ers game against the Cardinals. But there's good news. I'm going to stream my first Niners game, not this week, but next week against the Dallas Cowboys. That'll be my first Niners stream of the year. So it'll be Niners-Cowboys next week. That'll be the first Niners stream on the NorCal Sports Report. So once again, leave down your picks in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like what you saw today. And I will see you guys Sunday for the post-game show of Niners Cardinals, all right? Peace.